Hello everybody, Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. Welcome back to Napoleon's 1796 campaign. This will be turn 4. This will be October 1796. In case anybody's new, the objectives of Napoleon, for Napoleon to win, is he must capture and hold these 5 countries, or whatever they are, before this turn ends. And if it's down here and I win it, it's an inferior win. Also, there's a defeat objective. After March of 1796, if he does not hold 2 objectives, it's over. He's in a little bit trouble down in this area over here. He's holding the objective right now. He also hold this objective, but these guys got pushed out of there, and they're in here. So, looks to me like the handwriting's coming to the wall. So, all right, we're going to go with the sequence to play. We're going to advance the turn counter. It's now October 1796, the beginning of turn 4. Now, this is where I move our troops. Can move them 1 space. These guys can't move because they have this enemy in the same place with them. This is going to be pretty tough. I don't know if I should send Napoleon up there. No, don't send Napoleon up there, and these guys are pretty weak as it is down here. So we are going to send one of the cavalry up there. Hopefully they can help out. These guys here, see how they're doing here. They got 13. Could move them back into here. Let's see where they're doing. They got 5, 11, 15, 22. Well, let's go back up there. Moving 1 back into here to force another battle for this country again. All right, so now we're going to resolve battles. Now we're going to resolve this battle first, because if he loses it, and then we're going to resolve this northern battle first. So I'm going to be taking all of the armies over there, and we'll get the battle started, the first battle. Okay, it's time to resolve this battle. You can see the enemy has 3 moving forces, and they have a garrison up there. Luckily, he bought a cannon, and they do have a cannon down here, so that's going to help out. So the first thing we're going to do in the battle was use the fog of war. We're going to roll the fog of war. Down here it says if they have 4 to 6 supply points, they get a +2 on their roll, -2 supply points. They have 5. So they're going to get a +2 on their roll. And that's 3. I don't have any supply points, or Napoleon doesn't have any supply points back. Okay, so we're going to roll for the fog of war. This battle's going up there. 4 + 2 is 6. We go to 6. It says we're going to have 4 battle turns. So put that on there. And then we're going to say, you may move 1 mobile French force to this battle. I don't know if I want to move a mobile French force to that battle. No, I think we're going to take it the way it is, because we got some problems in the other areas with the mobile forces. So that we rolled for, we do an envelopment check. The envelopment check is to see if one side or the other has 3 times the strength of one, and neither one know. We have a 13, and like I said before, they have 7, 11, 17, 22. All right, then we're going to determine the battle plan quantities. We have 1 and they have 2. Buy additional French battle plans. If I had supply points, I could buy a battle plan for 2 supply points, but I don't. Select the inside counters. That you only get to do that if Napoleon is in the battle. He's not. He's down in Nice. Place the French forces, place the enemy forces. Did that. Okay, we're going to inside activation. We didn't get to select any inside, so there's no inside activation. And then we're going to draw and place the French battle plans. Well, the French, they're hurting. They're going to take this one here. It's the grape shot for the cannon. So he doesn't have to roll for activation. Then he gets a 2 and a 1. So explaining that. Draw and assign the enemy battle plans. Okay, the first one we drew for them was the wedge. It's a column advance and then attack at +2, +2 if they're in or 0 or 1 way, and they switch them to a line. So you always put them on the highest level. And this one here, forward. If column no roll, advance 1 line. Okay, so he has to roll for activation on this one. His activation number is a 7, so he has to roll 7 or less to activate. And he goes a 9, so he doesn't activate. So we'll just put that right back in the cup. Oh, and I'm supposed to use the default ones first. That's right. He's going to be using the default advance because there are enemies that are 2 or more away from him. So he's going to advance 1. And then this guy here, he does not have to roll because he's in column, and he's going to advance 1 and switch to line. Okay, and the garrison only fights with people that are within 1 or in their area. Or maybe not in there, but within 1 of them. Let me double check that in the rolls. Yes, the garrisons only fire if there's people in adjacent or enemy in adjacent or the same areas. Now, for the cannon, we're going to be firing because there's no roll, and he's a +2, a +2, so that's a 7-2. What that means, I need a 7 or less to get 1 hit, and if I rolled a 2, I would get 2 hits. I haven't been rolling very good. It's a 7, so we got 1 hit, and you assign it to the highest enemy. The lowest, I was wrong, it's the lowest skill, so this hit goes to this guy, this cavalry here. When you flip them over though, they're gone. Because they have no second. So that was a big hit. Put that in the replacement or reinforcements bowl. Now I don't think I want to move because I can't move and attack with these guys. They can march. I don't want to get them too close, especially since I got this cannon right now. So we're going to call this one over at this point in time. Then we do a route check. So we're still at 13. Now they're at 6, 11, 18. We can't get a route check with these numbers anyway because the lowest, there won't be a route check. So there is a route check, so we're advancing the battle turn counter to 3. We're going to go back up here. There's no roll fog. Terminal battle plans, we're going to get additionals. We're going to place the forces. Then we're going to select and place the French battle plans. That's a simple one. They're going to use that one again. And we're going to draw and assign the enemy battle plans. I draw them out of my cup here. Okay, and the first one, well struck. This is not good for us. It says all enemies get a +30 when attacking. Okay, so that does not count against the battle plans either. Aimed. If line, no roll. So they'll have to roll for these guys. Let's see who's the most powerful. They're both the same. I think we'll put them up there. I think we're going to use it 2 or more. Oh, we got to do another one anyway. Got to draw 2. Okay, and this one will go in here. Melee. If line, no roll. So they drew not too good battle plans, okay, because neither one of them are going to work. Because this one here, it says, if line, no roll. So if we rolled and they activated, they would attack. But they can't attack this far away. So that's no good. And this one here, melee. This one would mean if they were adjacent to somebody, they would move in and that. So they don't that, and they don't attack, so that was just an absolute bad one for them. Okay, because here comes the gun, 7-2. It's a 4. So this guy here is another cavalry, and he is gone. Okay. Then we're going to march. We're going to march up. We're going to start bringing some guys up. We're going to get a little bit braver here. Okay. And you hear the sports announcement on my phone there. So we're going to call that the end of the battle, and we're going to move to the next battle turn. And then we placed the enemy forces already selected, placed the French battle plans. This one here, we might change away from the... Hope I didn't mess this up. Let me check this. And we're going to move this guy in. So now we're down to 1. We're going to draw the Garrisons don't get battle plans, but they could draw one of those good things. They didn't, because they don't move forward. So these guys here are going to go with the cannon again this time. Now they're going to fire. They're going to have, and they're going to be firing at this guy because he's the lowest of those, and he needs a 3 or less to hit, and he missed. Okay, this guy's in melee combat, so he's a +3/3, so he's a 8, and he hits. The garrison is gone, and they don't even have to use their cannon. Well, they did the melee. Could have used the cannon later. So anyway, we pull these forces back. None of them even got hurt, and we're back up into here. Now Napoleon has 3. Again, we still got another battle to go here. So let me get these guys moved. Why that's important? If these guys would have lost here, and they would have lost, that game would have been over. But it won't be over after this one. So let me get the guys moved over. Okay, I moved them over. I went ahead and picked up the battle plans for each side. And it's time for the enemy to move at the highest. None of these guys are here. They're both working this. This is closing. If infantry, no roll. They are not infantry, so they've got a roll of 7 or less. They don't get it. They don't activate. They don't move. These guys here are if in line, no roll. They're not in line. So they're got a roll, and they got a 1, so they're going to activate. And what they do is they're 1. They're going to advance 1. They're not going to attack because there's nobody here, and they're in the line, moving the line. Okay, we got the cannon going again this time. So this cannon's a little bit weaker here, so there's this fortification. So it's going to be a 6-1. And they got a hit. And this guy's done. Okay, so these guys are all going to use the advance, the march. They're all in column so they don't have to roll. You know, I forgot to roll Fog of War, and they only got 2. That's 3. Let's get this Fog of War in there. Okay, so it's a 4. There's only 3 battle turns. It says pay 2 supply points to aid any one French recruit or to one French occupied area. Well, I don't have any supply points. Okay. So nothing, that Fog of War didn't matter for any of them. Okay, so we're going, he already moved, so now we're doing the, he already shot, he already fired, they already moved. We're going into the second battle. This is drawing here for the enemy battle plan. Okay, their battle plan is forward, if column, no roll. Advance 1, line, turn the line and attack. So they got pretty brave there, okay? And so their attack is a 6-3. This is a cavalry unit. Keep it on the table, Bill. And it is a 3, so that's 2 hits. So we're going to do it to the lowest guys. They're all, the P's got to take a hit. And he's the next lowest. And he's got to take a hit. 2 hits. That was quite a roll for them with that double, that inscribed. Okay, so here's the cannon, the fortification. It's an 8. They miss. Okay, these guys are just going to attack. These are adjacent. So he's going to, he needs a 7 to activate. And he's activated. So now he needs a 6-3 for the hit. It's a 3. Cavalry, dead, battle over. But they took some damage there. Hopefully if we get into the supply, we can get these guys fixed a little bit. Okay, that's the end of the battles for now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we resolve the battles, and now we do the French resupply. The French, I gained 3 supply points plus 3 for every the French cities held. So I got 3 plus 3, 9 is 12. I get 12 supply points. Okay, so I can spend 2 supply points of the reinstate a guy that's already been injured. So these 2 over here are both going to get flipped back to their full strength for 4. Okay, that leaves me with 8. I can spend supply points to purchase French recruits at their cost. Okay, well, let's see, I got 8. Let's see what would be the best thing to get over here. Okay, we got 8. We're going to think we're going to buy this guy here. Our Grusso's gone back. He got beat once. He's gone back and reinvested in some of his troops, so got resupplied up. So that's that. And that wipes out my supply points. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is the enemy orders. We're in here in the sequence of play. And this is the enemy orders chart. Okay, we got roll groups of 3. Well, that really helped to get some of these forces out. So we'll go left to right, up and then up. Okay, so we're going to be rolling for this guy here first. And that's a 2. And it's enemy held objectives. Now what that means is, it says move the group 1 area towards the closest objective that is held by the enemy. Okay, so this is the closest objective here. So they're moving into there. Now we're going to roll for these two units. And then I said 1 to 3 supply points. I get 1 on the rolls. Okay, so another one was a 2, so that would have been a 3. That would have been a hold. Okay, I missed that part down there. So they get +1 on the rolls. This is for these 2 units here. A 5 plus 2 is 7. +1 is 7. Boy, again, random. So we're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we'll multiply it times 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll multiply it times 2. We'll see where they're going. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going up into here. They thought they had seen some French forces up there, but that was before they moved into the battle. So now we're going to be rolling for this guy here. 5. That's random. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10. So we'll be disregard any 9s or 10s. 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's moving into here. Okay, now we got these 3 units up here. A 2 plus 1 is 3. They're holding. We've got 2 more 3 units up here. Up in here. We're going to roll for. 6 plus 1 is 7. That's a random. They're out of here. So that's 1, 2. It's 1 through 6, 7 to 12. Or 1 through 5 and 5 to 12. It's an 8. So they're going into there. We got one more set of these guys. The reach even there deep. 7 plus 1 is 8. A close French held objective. Move the group 1 area towards the closest directive that is held by the French. And this would be the closest directive to there. So they're all going into there. It looks like they're all headed in the same direction. Okay. Resolve any battles. Nobody moved in. There are no battles. Now we're going to do the enemy resupply. Okay. Roll for each enemy held city. Okay, so we got a city down here, a city up there. $10 for this one here. What's it say? 3 supply points. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, 3 supply points. So now they're up to 5. And we're going to be rolling for this city up here. 5. 1 reinforcement. So if we go to the reinforcement bowl, it's pretty full now because all those guys that got killed. And we're going to be drawing 1. And that's a recruit cavalry that go into there. Okay, at this point in time, if there was any enemy that were flipped over, then we'd have to be paying to flip them back, but there is none right now as it is. So as I see it, folks, that's the end of turn 4. There's the sports again. Sorry about that. So go on there and hit that like button. This is a good solo game. There's a lot of thought. Yeah, a lot of luck with the dice rolling. We got 2 more objectives we got to take. Time's running out. If I could, I would get a superior victory if I could do it in the next turn. But these guys can't even reach there in the next turn. Those guys can't reach up there either. So this could be a real mess here. I might get a victory if I can get it done in here. So get on there, hit that like button, subscribe, and until I see you again, or you hear from me, take care of yourselves and be kind to each other, and stay safe.